Hello guys, so we are now moving to the part where we will show all the comments of all of our posts. Okay, so we'll be working in the Xcode. Let's go to the Xcode and we will go to the comments view controller. So as a first step, we'll have to write a new function which will be load comments. Func load comments, open and close round brackets, then open and curly brackets. Okay, so this is not something new. This is all what we have done already. And the first step, we will start from the writing URL. Let URL equals to URL, open the round bracket, select URL from string, and let's write a string of the URL http colon // localhost / FB, which is for Facebook, / and comments.php. Beautiful. Then we are writing the body. Let body equals to, then the string, here we'll write post underscore ID equals / and then round brackets. This is how we make reference. And in this we'll write post ID, the variable which we have already created. Okay, so then we put and in the question marks, and limit equals / open and close round brackets. We now need to make create one variable for limit. What we will do then here, let's go to the top. Here we will write var limit will be equals 10 and var skip will be equals 0. So these two variables which we need to create as well. So we're coming back down then, and here we make a reference to the limit, then we put again and offset equals / and open and close round brackets, and this will be skip. And one more key which we need to declare is action will be equals to select. Beautiful. So then we will create a request. Var request equals to URL request, open the round bracket, select the method with the URL, put exclamation mark for the URL. So then we're going to the request.method will be post. Then we're continuing, request body will be our body which we've created with the data using UTF-8 encoding, and we will now send the request. This is what we have done. We prepared request. Okay, here we will send request. So here we'll write URL session.share.data task with the request and completion handler. Request, the request which we created, completion handler, data for data, response for response, error for error. And we must do it in the background queue, dispatch queue.main.asynchronously. Don't forget to put your resume at the end of the session's last curly brackets. And first we'll check for the errors. If error is not nil, so then we want to return this. So this is where error occurred. So then we write do open and close curly brackets, and then write catch open and close curly brackets. In do we will write guard let data equals to data else return. So this is we're accessing this data via the save mode of accessing or casting data. Okay, so since we have accessed and since we fetched data, then we are declaring a JSON. Let JSON equals to try, then JSON serialization dot data object with data with a JSON object and the options data. That is the one. Oops, I'm sorry. It was supposed to be JSON object with data, the data which we have created, and options will write your allow fragments, and we will cast it as being s question mark ns dictionary. Very good. Then we will here what we are doing here, we are fetching or converting data to JSON. This will be now save mode of accessing JSON. Okay, and here we'll write guard parse JSON. It will be equals to JSON question mark, then square brackets, and then quotation marks will access comments, and we'll cast it as and as dictionary. Else we wanna return this. Okay, let me put now here the error messages in case if it will appear. That will be a server error. That will be a data error, and that will be JSON error. And we'll want to return whenever the errors happen. Okay, very good. So then what we will do now, yeah, it must be guard let, and here we must remove the exclamation mark. Okay, so in this case with the showing the comments, we're using a different object where we for every single parameter allocating a separate arrays, while in the previous examples we were using the one main array, let's say, which the array posts, and that it stores all the information about the post. So here we are just segmenting them. Okay, so this is just for the sake of showing you a different ways, guys. That's it. Okay, here we'll create one more array, which will be avas URL equals to. Then we can write array of the strings. Okay, we're now coming down, and now we will write a one loop because the comments is having so many keys and columns. Let's go to the comments. It will have ID, it will have post ID, user ID, comment, etc., etc. Then the user first name, last name, etc., etc. So then this one is allowing to access all of these, to store everything in parse JSON. But as we decided to fragment them, we need to access every single line for this. Okay, and there is one smart way to do this, which will increase the performance and user experience. We will write for, let's say, JSON, or for each comment we can write in, for each comment in parsed JSON, and here we will use this. Or you can write every comment, for every comment in parse JSON. This will be loop to access every object which is currently comment related pack of information. A loop to access every object which is currently will be the comment related pack of information, and fetch certain data. Okay, this is what we will do now. And here we will, first of all, the first name and last name are stored separately. So first I'll access let first name will be equals to, then every comment, then square brackets, and here we will write first name, then name of the column. Here, this is the one first name, and we want to cast it as being string. Then we'll access last name, let last name equals to every comment, then square brackets, quotation marks, last name, and we'll cast it as being a string. So then we'll create a full name variable which will be first name plus the space between the first name and last name, and now plus last name. Great. And this is what we will assign to the being a full name. So we'll write self.fullnames.append, and want to append the full name which we have right now fetched and added it. And by the way, there will be a this will be okay, so we can capitalize it later on, not a problem. Okay, so then we will fetch the comment itself, self.comments.append. We want to append every comment, then square brackets, then quotation mark, comment, and we want to cast it as being a string. So we're going out from the square brackets, we'll write as string and the closing the round brackets. So this allows us to access the every comment of every pack of comment related information. So then we'll write self avas URL dot append. Then we'll write every comment, write square brackets, then comment. Oops, sorry, ava, because ava is storing the URL to the user profile picture, and we'll want to cast it as being string as well. Okay, that is amazing. Here we are. What we're doing, we're formatting full name by writing last name plus first name, or the other way around. Here we are appending fetched information to the segmented arrays. Great. So once we've got fetching this information, we just now need to reload our table view. So we'll write self.tableview.reload data. Reload table view with updated information in the cells. Or I'll write reload with the cells, or even don't need to write this. Okay, so what we want to do is, once, let's say when I go here and I have, let's say, hundreds of comments, I want to scroll to the bottom to the latest one. So here we will write scroll to the latest index, which means latest cell, or which means bottom. Let index, will create a new variable, let index path equals to index path, capitalize one, and then select the raw, select the function item raw and section. So the raw will be the latest index self.comments minus dot count -1. And here in section 0. So why self comments -1? Let's say if we have 3 cells in the table view, the index of the first cell will be 0, the index of the second cell will be 1, and the index of the third cell will be 2. Second cell, yeah, index of the first cell will be 0, index of the second cell will be 1, and index of the third cell will be 2. And when we write self-comments.count, it will count for us 3. But we don't have index number 3. We have index number 1 because index 0 counted for the first cell. So that's why we deduct -1, because here we are declaring the direct path of the latest cell. So it's -1 because the index starts from the 0. Section 0 means we have only one section, and as you know, the index starts from the 0. Okay, let's now write the let's write now the code, which will scroll down the table view. Self.tableview scroll to row, and the row will be the latest row index path. And here we'll write at the position we want to scroll to the bottom and animate it true. Okay. And that one is JSON error. So brilliant. So we've done with the function which loads the comments. That is the one. Load comments. And that was amazing to write this, guys. We will now go to the insert command just to just advise you. I'll advise you regarding the insert command what changes we can do here. First of all, instead of a count, just to show you, we can write and index, which means the latest index. So we'll replace all of this with the and index. So we want to insert, let's say a new user just now wrote the code. So as the last comment at the latest index, we want to insert this information. This is all what's going on in the front end. Okay, so another one, whenever, let's say I scroll to the top and I send a message, I won't scroll down to the bottom to the late to immediately see my comment. Okay, so here we'll write scroll to the bottom, and here we are writing table view dot scroll to row. Then here index path, the index path which we already have declared is right over here, and at bottom and animated true. This is what we want to do. Okay, so we are now going to another part, which is configuring the cell. So we'll go now to configure the cell to upgrade our code. Okay, so here what we're doing, we are first assigning the AVA, but as you know, the AVA must be loaded from the URL. So this block of code we will delete it here because we'll rewrite it with a very smart logic. Okay, so now we'll write the logic of loading and caching avas. This is the function. So we already have done this, and to have the practice, we'll write this again. If comments is not if total number of comments are not equal to the number of avas, so it means there are some avas which are supposed to be cached or loaded. And here we'll write URL session and open the round brackets, write configuration, and with the data task we will find this one. And here we'll write configuration. Here the configuration will be default. Here we'll write data task with the URL. Okay, and with a completion handler. So here we need to declare a real URL. As you remember, we already fetched all the URLs of the every commentator. So we'll write here let ava string equals to ava's URL, and every URL where we'll go through every URL based on the index of the row, then we'll convert it to be an URL. So actually it's a string of the URL, so we'll convert it to be a URL. Let every URL will be equals to URL, open the round brackets, select the method with the string, and we will make it ava string. And here we are putting exclamation mark at the end. Okay, here we want to run it with the ava URL, the variable which we've created now. The completion handler data will be for data, response for response, and error for the error. And here, not all avas have been cached. Okay, this one is request to download the image. Great. And here we will write if error is not nil. So it means then we want to show the placeholder. And we will write let image equals to UI image, open the round bracket, select named. It will be user.png. And then we will write self.avas.append the image which failed to load, so, and we'll cast it as the automatically assigned broken image. So dispatch queue.main.asynchronously, and we'll assign it to the ava cell.ava image view.image will be equals to the image. Great. Failed to load means there's some broken image here. Okay, we're coming out from the error block of code, and by the way, yeah, we need to return this here after we're coming out from the closure, so we will return this here. So, and another one where we have downloaded the image successfully, and for that here we'll write if let image equals to UI image, open the round bracket, select the method which called data, the data which we have received, and let's force downcast it, and open the curly brackets, and then let's assign the image which we have received from this data, self.avas.append image which we have loaded from the server, and let's assign this to the cell dispatch.main.asynchronously cell.ava image view.image equals to the image. Great. And then this is what we have downloaded successfully. Here are two scenarios, and don't forget to put here, very important, to put here resume. Failed to load, and that one loaded successfully. Here what we're doing, we are caching cached placeholder, And here we are successfully loaded successfully. Here we're caching real, or we're caching users Ava. Okay, so let's say if there is nothing to load, then we need to show something which already has been loaded. So here we'll write else. Here, all Avas have been loaded. Show them in the cell, which already have been loaded, and there are no actions or no requirements to execute this block of code. So we'll write here cell.image ava image view.image equals to avas, and here in the round brackets index path dot row, and finally return the cell. So this was a new upgrade of the code for our cell. That was really amazing. So we can now test our application and see how it works. So in my case, I already have a written comment here. Okay, so my latest post ever making comments VC, and it doesn't show any comment. Yeah, it's not showing any comment. Yeah, because we haven't run the function load comment. So in the view did load, as the last function run functions, here I'll write load comments. Okay, we can now build and run this function. Okay, I'm going now to the comments, and it got scrolled right to the bottom, and here are all the comments. Brilliant. So I'm coming back to the posts, and here I'm clicking another one, so I have here comment as well. So I'm going to the post with the picture, I'm clicking the comment, and here I've got the comment. And here I'll write one more. Hey, it's a nice picture. Oops, here it gets crashed. Why? Because whenever we insert the comment, we need to update Ava's URL as well. So we are now going to insert comment here, where we insert new comment into front end's array. We need to add Ava's URL array as well. So insert, and the URL of our Ava, its current user question mark, then square brackets, then Ava at index comments dot end index. So yeah, here we'll cast it as being a string, and we'll now build and run this, and everything will work very, very well. Okay, so we're going now to the comments, and here I'll write again the comment for this picture. Hi there, it's a nice picture. Oops, now another one. So there is an error while inserting this for the to be in our Ava URL. So let's see what's wrong here. Current user and Ava. This is everything is fine here. We'll just retry this again. I'll write there some comment, and here we go, it got inserted now. So we are now going to the picture. Let's write something, and here we go. Hi there, it's a nice picture. And here we go, this is the comment which we got now written. So that's really amazing and really unbelievable, guys. So this is how we can load the comments. This is what we can do now. Beautiful flower. Amazing, guys. This is how we can load all of our comments. So that's really something unbelievable. That is amazing result, and that is really, really a huge achievement for us. So congratulations, guys. It was an amazing job. Well done.